First, we're going to download some software that's going to allow us to convert video to individual image files. And then we're also going to download ImageJ, or at least FIJI, which is kind of a all-in-one solution for ImageJ on your particular OS. And then after that's been downloaded and installed, we're going to get into actually opening up the movie that we have. In this case, I've got Ren taking care of the valve. We're just taking a look at flow in the 1-inch pipe. Alright. We open up Video to Image Converter, then select the file in question. And we're going to make certain that we export 1 frame from every second. That'll then populate a folder full of images for us, 1 for every full second of the video. And we can get rid of that. Now let's just preview through these images. That looks like a good sequence right there. So we'll select these 4 images. Now it's time to open up FIJI, which stands for, as you may have seen before, FIJI is just ImageJ. Then drag the images onto the ImageJ window in FIJI. That'll open up all 4 images. Now let's zoom this in a little bit. Alright, so now we take individual points and we place them along what we think to be the flow profile. Basically, whatever the furthest out reaches are at any given point vertically. Then we hit Command M to measure. Then copy the results, and we'll go into Excel. Start up a blank workbook and paste the results in place after we label our columns. Now we have to get rid of all of the ancillary data about those pixels that we don't actually need. We only need the X and Y values, which are these rightmost 2 columns. Now we'll do the same thing with the next image from the sequence. We don't need to save anything on the first image. So that was image 4, this is image 5. Once again, just use plus to zoom in. And it'll zoom to wherever you point the mouse at. Once again, we'll just take a few points along whatever we see that's the outermost reaches of the dye cloud. Now we go into the results window, click Clear Results, don't save them. Then Command M, or go to Analyze Measure to bring those out. We copy those into the Excel spreadsheet. Then get rid of all of the ancillary data that we don't need. Again, label the columns. In this case, I'm going to pre-label the other columns. Now we'll go back to ImageJ, close the results window, which is another way of clearing it. Close that window because we don't need it anymore. Go to the next image, zoom in. Oh wait. On this image, you'll see that we actually can't use it because of the fact that the front's behind that clamp. So we're going to skip to the next image after that. And zoom in enough that we can see the parabolic curve. And once again, just trace that with a few points. Alright, Command M or Analyze Measure again after we edit one of these points. Once the cursor turns into a hand, you can move the points around if you need to. But then we hit Command M to measure, and then select all the data, copy it, paste it, and then truncate it. And now we're going to get rid of 4x and 4y because we only have 3 data points. Now let's graph this. So we start off with a scatter plot, and the problem we have is that Excel has done something stupid because it didn't know any better. I mean, we didn't tell it not to graph all of those. So we're going to change this so that it's column C for the second set of X values, and then column E for the third and last set of X values. Click OK. Now let's move the chart to its own sheet. And this will allow us to see it a little bit better. Now we add in the trend lines, all of which are polynomial, second order, i.e. quadratic. And let's look at the equations on the chart and the R² values. And note that while parabolic, all of these are only on one side of the flow profile inside the pipe itself. So if you keep it that way, then you'll have no problems. If you start doing full parabolas, then that's when you start running into problems. And that's how to extract the data from your video.